Hey guys, MD Prepper here, talking about a nice little first aid kit, outdoor first aid kit that I actually kind of like. If you see my previous videos, you know that I am very anti prepackaged first aid kits because frankly everyone I've ever seen before sucked, at least anything for a reasonable price. Better kits I've seen will run you $60, $70, $80, maybe $100, something like that. I had a whole video line back in the day series about making a decent little first aid kit for yourself. Still like that video setup and all. This one is something you can work with. Got this a week or two ago at Walmart. Just have not gotten to do a video about it yet. It's that whole Be Smart, Be Prepared kit. I guess that's the brand of them. I showed another home quote kit of that recently. This is what this thing looks like on the outside. I like it. 123 pieces from what it says. Lots of decent stuff in here. This is a great little starter kit, if you will, for basic survival and whatnot. I like this. I don't love it. There's some other things it needs included in it, but it has a lot of forethought in it. Somebody was thinking when they made this, as opposed to just throwing in 4 million Band-Aids and calling it a first aid kit. This is decent. Let me start off by saying it runs you about 15 bucks at local Walmart. In the sporting goods section, it was with the outdoor first aid kits, which is alright. It's not in the health department and the medications and all of that. It's okay. The only thing I do not like about this, just because I haven't used it, I don't know how well it's going to hold up, it's got this, quote, eco-safety, eco-friendly little pack with it, which is some kind of, you know, paper, if you will, something like you're going to see in some of your bags for feed and stuff like that at your feed and seed. Don't know how well it's going to hold up, but we'll see. Seems okay. Got a nice little carry handle on it here. Has two pull tabs here with some little bit of cordage on it to grab and open real easy. This was fastened together, held together for safety reasons and for security at the store so that somebody's not open up and steal stuff out of it without them knowing. But let's get into the actual kit and we'll talk about the improvements I want to make. Again, outside kit. Don't have the weight on this thing exactly. It's reasonably lightweight. Going to be more compact than those heavy plastic cases and all, which I don't really like, especially with the contents those things have. This one's not bad. The basic pack here is actually quite nice and accessible in that you open it up and everything is in a little compartment. Everything is nice and compartmentalized by what you're going to need, so you don't have to go digging around and pulling stuff out necessarily to get to what you want. Inside of this has got, again, that's some kind of mesh, if you will, that you're going to run into in some of your 50-pound rice bags and all of that. That's going to be fairly durable. Again, I don't know how durable in the long term, but overall, this has a lot more options for 15 bucks than you're going to get in any other little survival first aid starter pack that I've seen. Let me run down the list here. I'm not going to pull everything out of the cases here at all, just because I don't want to make a mess, but let's start at the top. The cleaning options has 12 antiseptic pads, little alcohol prep pads down here. 12 is not a ridiculous number. They're small, they're reasonably lightweight. The antiseptic pads here are different from the alcohol prep pads. 12 alcohol prep pads, 12 antiseptic towelettes. So you got your big towelettes. I think 12 is probably a little excessive. You can probably thin that out. 12 alcohol prep pads down here. I definitely keep some of those for fire starting and all that. Moving along. You've got 3 antibiotic ointment pouches right here. Basically little single-use triple antibiotic. You've got 2 lip ointment packets, which are somewhere, I believe they're right in here somewhere, right there. Lip balm, Vaseline, basically. That's all that is. You got 3 sunscreen lotion towelettes, SPF 30. Those are right here. That's decent. Nothing wrong with that. Again, if you're out in the woods, you need to carry something for sunscreen, but if you get out there unprepared, that's okay. 3 burn cream packets are in here. I believe those are right here. So if you get a burn, you know, on the fireplace, something like that, out camp stove, you're good to go. 3 sting relief pads. Those are right here for insect bites and all that to neutralize those. Those have alcohol in them, etc., and some topical analgesic in them as well. Next, you have 1 poison ivy towelette for poison ivy, poison oak, sumac, whatnot. Kind of wish there was more than one of those in there, but that's kind of nice to have. Moving along, 3 insect repellent packets. Those are right here. Again, bugs are eating you up. you weren't smart enough to keep bug screen with you, well, you got something for backup. So that's very nice. You have 4 aspirin tablets over here in 2 separate packs, 2 each right here. You also have 4 non-aspirin tablets. They are acetaminophen, I believe. Yes, they are. 325 milligrams apiece. So that's Tylenol. So you got 4 of those. You have 2 electrolyte tablets, which are, I believe, right here, that you can rehydrate with, put in your water. Again, nice option. There are 15 adhesive bandages. I'm not going to dig around, but they're down in here under this right here where all your bandages are at. Those are 3 1/4 inch by 3 inch. Those are your standard size Band-Aids. You've also got another 15 of 3 1/8 inch by 1 1/2 inch, or smaller ones. Don't know if you necessarily need those. 5 waterproof bandages that are 1 inch by 3 inch. 5 butterfly closures, which I don't tend to particularly use all that much, but they're in there. They don't take up a whole lot of space. 2 moleskin pieces, each of them 2 inch by 2 inch. Little roll of adhesive tape here, waterproof adhesive tape. 4 2x2 sterile gauze pads. 2 4x4 sterile gauze pads. For the 4x4s, I can chop them up to make 2x2s. You got 1 bigger 5x9 sterile gauze pad. Again, all those are all back in here. I'm just not going to pull them out now, but trust me, they're all in there. What else do we have with this? They call them the essential tools that come in this kit, which is a very nice option. 10 cotton tip applicators, which are basically Q-tips, if you will. Again, those are down in here as well. They're Q-tips. Useful for small applications, small areas of bug cream or bite cream, whatever you need to use in small spaces. So 10 Q-tips, not a bad idea. 1 cold pack right here. I'm not a huge fan of cold packs in any kind of hiking, camping pack. In the car, that's fine. I like them. They're fine. In the house, they're okay. I prefer actual ice. But if you sprain your ankle or bust your knee or something out there in the bush, you need to get the heck out of there. You don't need to sit around with a cold pack on it out in the woods. Get up, get moving, secure the thing as well as you can, and get the heck out. Don't sit there with the ice. I just don't like that idea. Better to get someplace where you can get some real medical care. Don't nurse that sprained ankle out in the woods. Get out. Especially if the thing stoves up on you and gets tight. Moving along, you got a pair of gloves, examination gloves. Somebody else is bloody and nasty. Wouldn't worry about that so much. It was me working on myself. First aid guide. You know, you got emergency numbers and stuff like that. You can put your doctor's number, allergies, and all that, whatever you want on there. That's fine. A pair of tweezers are back over here. They're just a basic plastic pair of pickups and tweezers. That I'm not going to pull out right now because they're deep buried in there. They're kind of the bigger size. Actually, let me try to get those so I show you. Nice little addition. I would, of course, prefer something metal. I just use those more and in my line of work. These are okay. Again, they're not going to rust on you or anything, but they may break easier than the metal ones. Nice addition there for pulling out bee stingers or thorns or whatever you may happen to have. 2 finger splints, i.e. tongue depressors, also under here. Not a necessary, you don't have to have those option, but you can do the same thing with some sticks and twigs and whatnot if you need to. But hey, why not? They're relatively lightweight in this kit. Take them out if you want to. 2 large safety pins are also in here. They're somewhere under here, and well, they are right there. 2 safety pins locked together, bigger ones like your diaper size, if you will, diaper pins. For securing any kind of larger wrap or something. Very nice. A bright stick or a glow stick to last 12 hours. Now there's something you don't see in a first aid kit. Some signaling, some light. Excellent option. Throw in here, fits in nicely. That's a 12-hour one. And what I think is also an excellent option, an emergency blanket. Ha! Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this has a lot of options. It covers a lot of ground. It's not just for basic wound care. You got bug bites, you got pain management, you got electrolytes, you got some lighting, sunscreen, lip balm, burn ointment. It's got a lot going for it. Will I take some of those bandages out? I think there's too many? Yeah, I always do. But there's not an excessive amount in these. 15 of the standard size Band-Aids, 15 of the slightly smallers, 5 of the waterproofs, etc. You can thin that out, but whatever you want to do. For 15 bucks, this is not a bad starter. I like the fact that you got your blanket, which you with the Mylar for heat, for shelter, covering, signaling if you need to, get some flash off it. Again, signaling here as well. just a lot of options. The only thing that I don't like about this kit is it's missing, I would say, three things. Three things that I think are important for basic use that I'd like to have around. Number one, Benadryl. Need some Benadryl in case you get a nasty allergic reaction to some bee sting or something like that. You say, well, I'm not allergic. Well, you could be. You're just not right now. You can get an allergic reaction anytime you get stung or bitten by something, even though you never had trouble before. Not saying you need the whole container. Check my old videos. What you need to do is take some tin foil, wrap up 4, 6, 8 tablets, roll them up, put them in here, call it good. Need some Benadryl. Benadryl is by far the most important medication in any of these kits, because allergic reaction can kill you out in the woods before you can get to help. You know, pain from a busted ankle, well, pain doesn't kill you. Your throat closing up can. Another thing I would throw in here is an Ace Wrap. Okay, I would probably take out the ice pack and use this space for these other items. But you need something. Maybe you want the 4-inch, something like that. This is just a standard cheap 2-inch dollar one you get at Dollar Tree. That's going to fit in here just fine. Squish it up. It's going to be okay in case you bust your knee or, you know, tear a ligament or bruise something, pull something, strain it. You can wrap it up fairly tight with one of these. You know, get some tension on it. Keep some of the swelling down so you can get your way out of there. So, adhesive wrap's a must. And some of you may not want to include this. I think it's nice for the money and nice to have is some QuikClot. In case you get a nasty bleeder that you can't stop, okay? All this stuff is going to take care of standard scrapes and all that. You got some bigger trauma pads, but if you got some serious bleeding and you don't have a whole lot of medical training or the gear, QuikClot can save your butt, okay? Get that stuff stopped, wrap it up tight, get the heck out, get some care. So I would probably take out the ice pack, slide the QuikClot in there, along with some size adhesive wrap, maybe the bigger 4-inch, whatever you want, some Benadryl tablets, and you're good. Could you be better? Could you add some stuff, subtract some stuff for your needs? You know, like I said before, the antiseptic hand wipes and towelettes, 12 of those. They're kind of big, they're kind of bulky, they're not real heavy, but do I need 12 of them? Probably not. The 12 alcohol prep pads are going to serve you better, smaller, lighter weight. But getting the non-included stuff out of here. This ain't bad. Okay, let me shove everything back in. Hopefully I haven't shifted everything around too much. Close her up for you as best I can. And there you go. This is not a huge kit. It's not tremendously large. I would definitely take this out on a hike or a camp, something like that. This is more than enough for one person, probably serve 2 or 3, unless everybody ran into poison oak or poison ivy. Like I say, you probably need a few more prep pads of that. But the amount of burn cream, sunscreen, etc. in this is going to be good. Not necessarily going to last you any kind of long term, but for a basic little kit, this ain't bad. I'm going to probably get another one of these, trick it out, and use it in my bug out bag, or, well, probably not bug out bag, probably my get home bag. That's a nice, concise kit for the car, etc. My get home bag stays in the car. This would be a good little first aid for the car. It covers a lot of bases, unlike all the rest of them out there. So again, this is the Be Smart Get Prepared. I guess that's the brand. You'll see that at Walmart. 15 bucks. Outdoor survival kit, 123 piece, I believe I said. Reasonably lightweight. Only thing I'm not thrilled about is this little eco-friendly outside covering. Though I guess the advantage of this is, you know, being some kind of paper-based product. If you had to take all the gear out of it, you could probably use this as tinder. You could start a fire with this thing, I would suppose, fairly well. I also want to throw some cotton balls in here just because I like cotton balls. Maybe a cigarette lighter, small Bic lighter, and some matches. This ain't bad as a little mini survival kit, okay? You don't need to boil water in or anything. Maybe you want some water purification tablets. You could do a lot with this little kit. I mean, a lot. I like the way this thing is divided up. Like I said, really like the thought of this. Just the way this is laid out. Everything's got their little packet here. Everything's relatively easy to see. You know, if you keep things in the right places, you're going to be able to get to it relatively quickly and do what you need to. Again, modify this kit. I will probably do so and do some vids of it, but it's pretty cool, especially from Walmart for 15 bucks. Definitely pick one up, try it out. Again, we'll see how the outside stands up durability-wise. Not real worried about it because it's going to be in a pack anyway. MD Prepper, out.